Hello everyone, my name is the Radman and we are here for some more Farming Simulator 2015. Now, I'm just trying to find out where did I put oh. So sorry. I got a little sidetracked because I was trying to figure out where the loader was. But anyway, I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work. I think I harvested once or twice. And so now what I've done is I bought about 200 chickens, which cost about, I think, maybe 20,000. But I've just been collecting all the eggs while I have the time sped up for the fields, because I think that because the amount of eggs can go above the amount of chickens you have, but I don't know if they despawn over time, so I'm just making sure that I pick most of them up. But anyway, oop, I don't actually need this guy hooked up right now. What I've also done off camera though is done a little bit of testing, and I'll tell you guys what I found out through my testing. So the most important thing that I found out is this is the absolute smallest tractor that we can buy that can still run all three of the possible like cutters or choppers, sorry. This is the smallest tractor that will run all three of them pretty good. So we need to buy this tractor. It's $157,000, but I didn't read this before or I would have skipped buying that blue loader that we have now, because this tractor can also use that front loader. And so yeah, so this little loader set that we bought for that other tractor will actually still work with this new one. And I am going to buy it eventually. I'm not sure if I want to buy it right now, but because of a few things I'm going to show you. So, I also looked at sewing machines, and this we have two choices. We have 5 choices of sewing machines that can do corn. One of them is this, and another one is this, and another one is, oh, that's 2. Here's the third. This one can do it, but it's more expensive because it's from normal Farming Simulator, so it's more expensive for less field, so I wouldn't consider buying it anyway. We also have this one, yeah, and we also have this guy. This guy you cannot, you have to till the ground before, and then this John Deere can do direct seeding, so you don't have to, you know, cultivate. So I think it kind of just depends. I'm going to just check. We do have some pretty cheap cultivators. We have this nice 5-meter one. We might consider buying it. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually getting one of the, probably the direct seeder, this $58,000 one, because what I figure I can do is that'll leave me with enough money to buy a header for my combine, because I've been getting a lot of not great demands, but like the missions. Occasionally they'll give you like a crop that if you sell you'll complete the mission, and I've been getting a lot of corn ones, and I think that it's a good next step to go, because it's either hay or corn, because both sugar beets and potatoes are way too expensive to get into right now. So I'm going to really quickly save just in case. I haven't tested it out with any of these tractors, because what I did was I went into a test world and I bought that tractor I showed you and these 5 seeders, and this one was overall the best, even though it is a little more expensive. It's um, $28,000 more expensive than this one. The one that I bought should work out the best. Let's just really quickly reset it. Good. Okay, and that guy can sit over there because what I'm planning on doing is before I bring it over to drive the seeder, I'm going to do. Sorry, I kind of wandered off track. So it looks like actually what this is mostly a reskin of this, except that they, for some reason, switched around the front and the back, because I'm pretty sure that was on the front. Wait. No, that is on the front, actually. So it looks like this is basically an exact reskin of this, the red one, but with more crop capacity, because you'll see it can seed corn, and that's the only other thing it can do is corn. So we might actually, I didn't think of this before, but now that we have that, we could actually potentially sell that other seeder. But I think what I'll have to do, oh, there's actually a lot of eggs there. What I'll have to do is do a test, and actually, it'll be good to test with canola because I won't have to do any baling or anything, so I can just run it directly after the combine. And by the way, the tractor that I use to pull this is that blue one, because this one is just light enough that it kind of skids when it's trying to turn it, and that causes a little bit of problems. But I mean, yeah, it looks like basically an exact copy, plus, you know, a little cleaner because it's new and this one's been used for a few hours. But, you know, I would actually say that if this one outperforms that one, I would be willing to sell it, just because I've gotten my use. I think I've made back more than it cost in what I've grown. And I still have. I did do a little bit of selling to complete a few missions, but I do have quite a bit of crops left, which is good. And that trailer, by the way, has been working out really nice, because even though I've only had enough tractors to run one at a time, this guy is still fast enough, even with this fully loaded trailer, to be able to keep up. And I'm just gonna hook this on. And yeah, the reason that I'm kind of doing, like, trying to do more of an episode without cutting, by the way, is just because I noticed that especially in the last episode, I did a lot of jump cutting. Like, and I'd like to apologize for what happened during last episode, where I got confused to thinking that it was the start of a new episode. I ended up cutting it out in the end, but yeah, that it happened, and it happens, and not much you can do about it except either cut it out or leave it in and explain it. But anyway, let's see. Good. I think let's just really quickly check how many eggs we have, because we might just go run sell them. So as you can see, I have 217 chickens owned, and I'm carrying 116 eggs. So I'll probably wait for a while to sell them. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this, because I know for a fact that if this tractor cannot haul that without skidding, it's not going to be able to haul the green one. And I'm just going to refer to it as the green one, because even though it is technically branded John Deere, it's just the green one, because I don't bother with names. Like, technically the blue tractors are New Holland, but it doesn't really matter to me, even though I am more of a John Deere fan than a New Holland fan. But in Farming Simulator, you work with what you can get, and what I can afford is New Holland right now. But anyway, let's just hook that on. Wow, that was impressive. And I always hook the loader on, by the way, when I'm seeding, because it kind of counterbalances the massive weight that is that seed drum holder thing. And let's set this for corn. And now I'll show you the reason that I bought this instead of, like, the chopper or something, or the tractor, I mean. Because what I can now do is, if I buy those, can't hook onto my tractor, we can buy this. So yeah, we're gonna buy this because since this seeder works and I know it works, I'm just gonna buy the header. And where did... Oh yeah, I forgot it puts it all the way up at the top. There we go. And now when I'm ready to harvest, I can just hook that on. But anyway, I'm going to skip to the corn harvest because this harvest is actually going to take me quite a while. Hey everyone, I'm back. So I was going to show you guys harvesting corn, and by the way, it is growing pretty good. Except I got two great demands. One of them is for canola at the bakery, so we're bringing the first load, and I'm just chaining the wagons together because I'm gonna try selling all of it while the price is high, because it's 2,000 per ton of it. So I'm gonna sell as much as possible. The other great demand, unfortunately, those for wood chips, which I can't make right now, so we'll have to wait on those. But oh my gosh, that's so much money. I'm gonna go refill, and we'll see how many loads of this double trailer wagon thing we can get out before we run out. Here we are for the... Whoa, what happened? Here we are for the second load. It seems that really small wheel doesn't agree with the terrain. I hadn't actually noticed that before, but I guess it's to keep the trailer from rolling when you unhook it. Whoa, that's not the brakes. That's really not the brakes. Oh, wait. Anyway, let's see. 28,000. Let's see how much we make off of this one. We might actually have enough to buy a chopper and thing after this. And, did we just make more off a smaller trailer? Because I think we just made more money off a smaller trailer. Because that blue trailer is definitely smaller than the green one. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get another load. Go for the third. I'm thinking it... Okay, I must have to hit that slower or something. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the third dump. I'm kind of hoping we'll get $500,000 off of this. Because if we actually look real quick, I still have 128,000 left, and I started with about 200 and some odd thousand. So yeah, actually no, I'm gonna say 350,000 is gonna be my estimate for how much money we're gonna make. Okay, yeah, because we're almost at 300,000, so it shouldn't be that hard to hit the extra 50,000. Here we go for the fourth unload. That wasn't as... I don't know about... I don't know. Some of the terrain borders on this map are a little bit interesting, as you can tell. But anyway, let's just see, and I'll just show you guys. We have about 96,000 canola left. The price is still really high, so we're going to try and sell it all. Come on, yep, there we go. 32,000. I think I should be making... Yeah, okay, there we go. We might actually get to 500,000. Because I just remembered that we are making almost 50,000 from a load of one cargo wagon, and I'm hauling two. Of course, they're not the same size, so if they were the same size, it would help even more. But I'll be back. Here we go for the fifth unload, more realistically. Get over that. I swear, I never had that issue before I bought this trailer. But I like it, so yeah. Plus, ooh, stop! Plus, I don't usually sell that often, believe it or not. As much as I like to make money, I like to keep stuff around for great demands like this. Because if you play like this, where you just farm up a whole bunch and then sell it during a great demand, you make a lot more than you would normally. Like, I've probably made as much during just this great demand as I have selling, like, old equipment, crops that were not on a great demand, and anything else you can sell, like bales and stuff. I know I've made more here, because I don't think I've made more than probably $600,000 total. for this playthrough yet, so I'll be right back. Here we are. I think this is going to be the last load, and by the way, when I said 600,000 total, I meant like 600,000 aside from great demands, because obviously we've almost made 500,000, and my equipment has cost a little bit more than $100,000. But anyway, we're gonna finish selling this, and the corn is actually ready, all except for a very small portion of it, because there's a glitch where if you park your machinery on a growing field, it'll cause that chunk of field to not grow at the same rate as all the other chunks. So I'll have to fix that. And I am keeping around about 19,000 canola just because it doesn't fill up enough of the wagon train. And I could bring it over, but I'm not gonna bother with it. And oh, hi CC Cleaner. Now we're going to. I was gonna say I'll probably skip to the harvest, but I think what we'll actually do is look at the map real quick because I just want to see. Because I know that field number 23 costs $125,000. Field 25, I'm guessing because it's just slightly smaller, will also cost around 100,000, and I'm guessing 28 is going to be at least 80,000. Because I do have that 5-episode goal of mine to buy every field, and I kind of was doing a little bit of the math, and I realized just how much money that's going to take. It's probably going to take well over $1 million. But I'm not sure if I want to actually do that. I do obviously want to buy the fields, but I almost wonder if I need to upgrade my equipment, because there is a point where I can only run so much ground, like, effectively, because the problem is now I'm having to use the starter tractors to go really, really far across the map, and if I do wheat, like, the last time I harvested, oh, that's the portion, by the way, the last time I harvested wheat, it took me forever, because the combine was filling up faster than I could get the tractors back, just because they're so slow. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to take our little speed demon tractor out here, and we're going to go park by one of the fields that we might buy. The other reason that I remembered was because the other issue with this field is those trees. They are all way too in the way, and that little crane loader of mine, I kind of tried to use it off camera, and I realized I hate it. It's terrible. And that's just because I'm used to using the nice loaders that have their own thing. So yeah, about 130,000. So I think we really have two options, because another thing, and this is without even doing a corn harvest. That's not the right tab. I've realized that our corn header is incredibly small, which, it's not that big of a problem. It can be remedied pretty easily, but it does mean that if I want a bigger corn head, I do have to buy a different combine. And unfortunately, one thing I've noticed is you'll notice this is 14,000, 9,000, 12,000. Okay, for some reason I was under the impression that these two combines were larger than the New Holland, but it looks like we're going to end up upgrading to it anyway, but not now. I'm not going to spend that much money on a combine right this second, because I usually like to own a lot more land, and I like to have like a silage bunker, which is almost why I just want to buy a chopper, because hear me out on this. If I buy a chopper, it means that I don't have to worry about going through small tractors, if you know what I mean, which you probably don't, because I said that really stupid. What I mean is, I want to get rid of these little tractors as soon as possible, and that's more specifically like this guy, and probably this one. I don't own any of that one, and I don't own any of that one either. Okay. So, but I do, if I want to do silage, I need this TI 160. The only problem is there's also some other stuff I want to do. But actually, let's check, because I've been thinking about it. And one problem that I've been having recently is I cannot keep up with the amount of bales produced by that small baler. There are just so many of them, and I have to drive so far that I get really behind. But we might actually look into buying this because it's going to be affordable. The question is, okay, yeah, we're going to be able to use it, because the second I read that horsepower thing, I was like, that's a lot less than the chopper needs. And that was my main worry. 230 horsepower. We're not buying that one anytime soon. And I don't think any of these are actually better than the default baler, except for this one. I love this baler. It does round bales, but I love it to death. Okay, so I think I came up with the game plan. So in this episode, we're not actually going to harvest the corn. We're going to do that next episode, because I want to get kind of the course set so that we know what we're doing. So against what I want to do, which is what I really want to do, is just buy this chopper, because it's half as much as the Chrome Big X. So it's a good stepping stone. But I'm going to buy the Mex 5, and I'm only going to plant a little bit of corn, because I need to actually see how much that bunker holds, I realized, because I don't know how much it holds. So yeah. We're also going to buy the TI 160, because it's T6.160. I don't know why I keep calling it the TI. But yeah, if we want to make effective use of it, we're going to need it eventually, so probably sooner rather than later. Plus, I can turn that little blue tractor into a work tractor, which is something I've kind of wanting to been doing for a while. So let's see, this is 128,000 with 24,000 and 38,000, because eventually we're going to buy a mower, because I'm actually getting a lot of mowing jobs, and I realized unless it deletes the grass after a mowing job, you can profit off that stuff. You cut it, and I think you just leave it there, because I think all you have to do is cut it to win the mission. So it's not like they're going to get mad at you for bailing it and taking it off. In fact, they'd probably be happy with you. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to buy this non-stop round baler, because I love it. I've used it a lot in my test worlds, because I do a lot of tests. And we're going to buy net rolls. We're going to need a lot of them. And we're also going to buy these foil rolls. Now the foil rolls, I love them. They're for making silage, so we don't even have to buy a second like one of these guys, which is going to be nice. Now we're also going to need a wagon for him, but we get to save about $20,000 because we don't have to buy one of these. And you're overpriced because you hold 12 bales, and I'm just trying to get the best deal. You hold 8 bales. Yeah, we're going to pay more for the 12 baler one. I thought they were the same. And I want the biggest capacity of everything I have, of everything I can buy. So now I think that'll give us a full arsenal, because we're not doing square balers, so we don't need anything for square balers. We don't really have anything for square balers, and I think at this point we could actually get into cows if we wanted, because we have a loader for it, and we still got 155,000. So I'm gonna confidently buy this field, because I was gonna wait for this, but I'm not gonna. After this, I finish up this episode, I'm just gonna harvest the corn. I might include that in the start of next episode. But really quickly, we're gonna reset everything. I kind of wish we were on a wheat harvest so I could actually show you guys this running, but unfortunately we don't have enough money left over to buy like a mower or anything, which I kind of think I maybe should have bought like a mower or something. But you know, it'll be fine in the long run. We'll buy a mower eventually. But anyway, let's actually try this out, because when I was testing, this little guy, I believe, can reach back to... Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys can't see this. I'm getting huge screen jitters. Like, I can see lines across my screen. I've never had it jitter this bad before. I think it's just all the physics calculations, because pallets really don't use pallets, guys. Sometimes the game just doesn't like them. I probably should turn on tooltips also, which I will. But what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna it won't let me harvest green stuff, I know that, but we're gonna actually harvest a little bit of this field just to see how it works. And then I'll probably fill up the bunker before harvesting it, because silage, if you didn't know, or at least in the last game, I hope it's still the same for this game, but silage in the previous game was a huge source of income. Like, once you had silage going, you could do anything you wanted, basically. But yeah, it's going to take me forever to actually harvest any substantial amount of corn, which is also why I'm not too worried about it, because there is no way on earth that I'm going to harvest every single field with this little thing. Because at this rate, we don't really, like, silage can make you a lot of money, but we don't need to worry too much about it. So anyway, I'm gonna fill up this wagon, and then we'll see how full that is, and then it'll probably be the end of the episode. Hey everyone, I'm back, and as you can tell, we're not quite in the game, because I had a game crash, and I have no idea how much work I lost. So we're gonna load it up. We're not gonna play multiplayer. Oh, I can already tell that this is really bad. I might have been in the middle of a harvest. I should have saved. I thought I could have sworn I saved after one of the unloads, but just by the money counter alone, I know that this is before I sold anything. And this is going to be the end of the episode, because I was actually adding it up, and I think we'll have either gone overtime or we'll be close to that. No. Oh. This is harvesting some of the canola that we sold. Dang it. Oh, this was from like 3 hours ago. Anyway, I'm gonna use the earlier part of this video as a reference for what I need to buy, and hopefully I can get the progress back, but unfortunately I can't do it tonight. I just don't have time. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. My name is the Radman, and I'll be doing a lot of off-camera work now. Bye-bye.